Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Prickly Hedgehog. Thanks for tuning in for another midweek update for news and information on DCS World. And yes, let's cut to the chase. The SuperCarrier is out, it's here, it's an open beta, and it looks absolutely fantastic. A gorgeous module, they've done a really nice job. Double thumbs up, I'm impressed. Thus far, I have really enjoyed the things that I've seen with the module, and it's early days for me in terms of any testing or true impressions. Those will come, but for now, yeah, early initial raw impressions. We have a massive Nimitz-class aircraft carrier in the game, boys and girls, and we have animated deck crew, we have working elevators and all these other bits and pieces, a much more realistic air traffic control system, and a landing signals officer or LSO section on the deck here as well, calling the ball. We get to hear Jello call us out, telling us we're left, we're high, we're right, we're low, we're fast. Wave off, which I've all had already, trying to get my head around this new system, which is a lot more realistic than the original, and has provided some new challenges already, especially with the F-14, which is a little bit more tricky to fly in some ways than the F-18. But both aircraft are absolutely wonderfully modeled, and all of the aspects of taking off, lining up on the catapult, those things, as we've seen with all the other videos that people have put out, there's been no disappointment from me. I got what I expected in terms of that, and now it's a matter of just getting some more experience with those things, and I'll bring you more information and my experiences with those things as we move forward. Yeah, okay, I know we talked about it, I know we speculated a lot. There was even discussions as to whether it would be delayed again. I heard from some people. Thank you to BIGNEWY, shout out to him for letting me know on the channel that today's date was the planned release date, and big thanks to Eagle Dynamics for following through. They have released a nice little video of their own, and I'll throw that link down in the description below for you to check out. Now, obviously, the big news is going to dominate today, and I'm throwing up a few images that I have. Not a whole lot because I haven't had much time. Some other stuff I had to deal with this afternoon, and I wasn't able to get to the game straight away. Work commitments and all that jazz. But let's go to the changelog, which is actually pretty extensive. I'm not going to go through everything, of course, but be aware that most of the aircraft have had some very minor changes, such as the Mirage, an updated cockpit model, and a corrected mark chart holder, whereas some of the other aircraft, like the F-14B and the F-18 and the F-16, have had more extensive updates, particularly the JF-17, the F-14 and the F-18, slightly less for the Viper. Quite a few changes, minor changes and fixes to some of the campaigns. So let's go through the major change log for the world here, so bear with me. The general game performance has been increased. This is really good news. The unit health bars on could cause frame per seconds drop. That's been fixed. Mission editor, individual ship icons in a group will no longer disappear on zoom out. Mission editor changing a FARP country will no longer reset its position. Mission editor dragging an aircraft on a carrier no longer resets parking to spot 1. ME template menu no longer returns to USA with previous country's template. Controls, GUI corrupts when scrolling, that's been fixed. The GUI corrupts. Warship, WS, ship defense, not defending against the air-to-ground missile. RCS limitations of the CWIS phalanx has been reduced. The BGM 109B engine and autopilot modified, extended range to 1700 kilometers. The effective tracer bullets has been restored. Eliminated midnight light phenomenon. Browning guns sound update. AI ground units get stuck navigating around destroyed buildings. That's been fixed. AI ground units refused to move if the last waypoint is near a building. That's been fixed. The E2D corrected collision mode and damage animation. AI aircraft able to connect with the tanker while in a turn. That's been fixed, or unable to. Sorry, that's been fixed. See, they can't do it either. Cannot move a point, firearm point, and the similar points until you select the task in the panel of tasks. It's been fixed. Mission editor group renaming action has no immediate effect in the list. That's been fixed. VR added option of the bloom effect and configure the MSAA mask. Mission editor tab order on waypoint screen is out of order. It's been fixed. Sound, no possibility to change sound devices in simulations. Fixed. Multiplayer reduced warping and rubber banding. Yay. Multiplayer improved deck landing and takeoff. Yay. Multiplayer improved time sync and timeout detection. Ooh. Multiplayer added country flags to the server. Huzzah! Multiplayer player's aircraft doesn't appear in the multiplayer tracks if the server was paused during the connection. Fixed. Huzzah! Multiplayer dedicated server fill missing entries in options.allure file with defaults at WebGUI start. Multiplayer favorite star in the service list disappears after refresh. Fixed. Yay! Multiplayer laser marks remain if the user left the server or switches slot. That's been fixed. Huzzah. Multiplayer fixed client desync when server was paused right in the moment of the client's initialization. Yay! Lots of fixes there. Fixed a problem with shader lines of various length, doing constant vertices recalc. Cockpit panels illumination of AI wingmen from external F2 is not visible. Fixed. S-25L missile disappears without explosion when hit the tree. Fixed. The scripting engine function object.destroy does nothing on scenery objects. The objects remain. That's been fixed. AI vehicles do not follow a simple off-road route. That's been fixed. Multiplayer dedicated server. A server admin using the dedicated server GUI interface to send a message into the simulation will appear as white text in the simulation. A server message to all pilots will be orange. Static units cannot be placed under hardcover. Fixed. Alright, as I said, some minor changes here to the Mirage, a list here to the Harrier, large number of changes to the Aviojet, large number of changes to the JF-17. I will not go through those. A small number of changes to the Vigan. Auto start stop feature has been added. RWR lights are on when the emitter is between coverage of the two antennas. F10 marking map is now grouped by author, so you can select either your own flight plan or someone else's marking now, and also displays the time creation, improved track replay consistency, especially for taxiing. Okay, cool. Okay, so here are the big aircraft that I have and I will focus on, and I know a lot of you do as well. Let's start with the F-14B. It's a biggie. Lots of cool stuff here. Updated Cage the Bear campaign, including 2 new missions. Thank you, Kaba. Added 8 new missions for the DCS SuperCarrier. 6 times quick start, case 1, case 3, and carrier quals for Caucasus and Persian Gulf. 2 times co-op, 2 to 8 carrier quals for both Caucasus and Persian Gulf. Correlate data link targets on TID to sensor targets. Nice. Twinked hostile friendly unknown TID symbols and their sizes, excuse me. Fixed Jester, track while scan A and track while scan M, endless loop with Phoenix in the air and player commands during TWS. Excuse me while I'm pouring my beer. Nearly knocked the HOTAS off the damn desk there. That is the sound of a Belgian beer. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my gosh, that is the sound of a Belgian beer almost overflowing. Alright, okay, moving along. Fixed Jester switching to range well scan, with scan ranges set to greater than 100 miles. Fixed HUD steering T in the TWS-A. Tweaks to reduce TWS ghost track information. Nice. Reset TID tracks on PGM restart. This is a soft purge, it says in inverted commas. Fixed the HUD VDI to use AHRS instead of INS heading. Fixed HUD/HUD there glow showing without power. Okay. Major overhaul of exterior night lighting. Cool. So here we are. Lights are now brighter. Lights can now cast glow. Some lights now dynamically illuminate the aircraft and environment. Ooh, I have to check it out at night now. All lights are now visible at much greater view distances. Lowered intensity of the landing light. Anti-collision and shoulder formation lights now cast dynamic lighting on the ground and other surfaces. Very cool. Wonder if that would look cool in the wet too. Fixed afterburner spotlight light direction. Added salute options to the comms for consistency between modules. Won't trigger animation for now. / for the SuperCarrier. Added radio comms for Tomcat Ball, yes. Added keybind for Tomcat Ball, yes. Fixed AI wing sweep, not working on the ground. SuperCarrier, oh yeah, it used to bobble for some reason, I don't know why, but anyway, that's gone. Fixed to comms commands for ground crew launch, nice. added CVN 71, 72, 73 to RWR threat library. That's the SuperCarrier, in other words. Fixed data link connections with the SuperCarrier. The automatic carrier landing system is currently off glide slope. Excuse me. We will fix it ASAP. The ICLS is working as intended. Well, that's good. Okay, and I noticed that, although I'm still struggling to land. Fixed nose wheel steering, scaling, and initialization. I've had some issues with this. Happened earlier to me today while I was practicing. The aircraft tends to carry on turning from the last input and jams for some reason. I don't know why. Some force feedback stuff has been fixed. Reduced flap pitch movement and adjusted it versus airspeed. Tweak to F110 fuel controller to reduce fuel flow overshoots. Probable fix to engine not relighting after damage or death. Adjusted flat lift and drag at speeds above deploy speed limit. Okay. Adjusted default. I know they were talking about that. Adjusted default starting pitch trim. Okay. A fixed issue where ground spoilers would deploy regardless of flap lever position with the throttle at idle. Nice. Fix the kneel switch solenoid. Okay, so you no longer need to hold down the kneel nose gear button. I have noticed, at least on one of the landings just recently, that the aircraft was kneeling. I don't know if I damaged the gear. Maybe that's what happened. Anyway, it was kneeling and I couldn't engage the nose wheel steer. I was able to lift it up post landing, and then I was able to carry off the landing strip, which was good. But anyway, that was a minor thing. All right, here we go. Next, the Hornet by Eagle Dynamics. Lightning pod added indication of the position of the aircraft, attitude indicator, AOA indicator, ASL steering cue, added FLIR laser ranging indication. Lightning T-pod head no longer stows when in standby or off. The Lightning T-pod external model's head is no longer stowed when the flow power switch is moved to the standby or off position. That's been fixed. FLIR stow option conditions. OPR status, LG down, radar altitude less than 200 feet, OPR status, WOW, and ground speed more than 5+ knots. That's been fixed. LTDR switch moved to should have 2 positions now. That's been fixed. Targeting pod has incorrect IRF field of view angles fixed. TGB elevation should be tied to horizon line instead of the aircraft bore sight. That's been fixed. Targeting and FLIR square misaligned. Fixed. Apparently there's a thread on that. TGB still works even if removed during rearm. That's been fixed. Zoom control indication occupies 2 push buttons when it should occupy 3. Fixed. Added gray option. Added ALG option, automatic gain and level control option. AGM 65F seeker line of sight indication is not proper. Fixed. JDAM added ISLA auto mode for PP and 2 modes. Dynamic TOF, TOT, PPQ in zone, TOTQ on hard. Heading is defined for ISLA. Okay, AIM 7 can be guided via the LTWS. That's been fixed. AIM 120 can guide to a target even if the radar cannot see the target. That's not good. That's been fixed. FPS issues on the SA page. That's been fixed. Good. Radar track files aging out very quickly. Fixed. Good. Program 2 ignored if undesignated used in auto mode. Uncaged AGM 65 does not slave. Fixed. AI do not show cockpit light in F2. That's been fixed. Nice. Nice bit of immersion work there. Parked F-18 static model has the wrong aileron position. That's been fixed again. More kind of cosmetic but immersive stuff. Bright AMPD CD HUD at night. Fixed. I found that you had to turn them to make sure you had them on night mode, otherwise you're being blinded. Missiles launched in RWS after tracking in LTWS. Performance incorrect guidance. Okay, that's been fixed. F-18 radar does not provide data link and track while scan mode. That's been fixed. Good. Reset the scale on the situational awareness page for elements. Set max position value for calculating symbols on the SA page like on the HSI page. Fixed. Okay. Cockpit SNSR panel texture edited. I wonder what that looks like now. Okay, missions to be resaved for branch harpoon. BOL HPTP ignores waypoint and flies bearing immediately. Fixed. Let's grab some Belgian. Not bad. Laser MAV will not show LKD if targeting a building. Fixed. Missile flyout symbol on radar page is not azimuth stabilized. So a lot of work they've done here on the Hornet, to their credit, in conjunction with probably a lot of this in part is also related to the SuperCarrier. Not all of it will be. I know they've had some issues, but lots of stuff going on there. Okay, last thing here. Let's look at the Viper. Thanks for sticking with me. Whew, bear with me. Strobe light needs to be brighter at night. Fixed. Anti-collision light not seen on multiplayer servers. Fixed. Yay. LEF should be at 2 degrees up during cold start. Fixed. FCR hostiles returning friendly. Oh, that's not good. I didn't notice that. Fixed. Highlight of the selected weapon is not removed after selective jettison. Fixed. Good. SAI arrow does not move with ball. Fixed. Fuel tank's weight is incorrect. Fixed. Okay, that's good. Training mission. Yes, this was really annoying. CCRP bombing is in game mode. Drive me nuts. INS alignment. Store heading alignment doesn't finish. Fixed. Interior lighting at minimum power has lower brightness than without lighting in day. Fixed. Fixed. Okay, tail texture improvement. Oh, cool. Self-illumination materials edited. Cool. Typo F-16C inputs are U for Russian localization. Okay. And then quick start and training missions cause abnormal DCS behavior. Interesting. Okay. I guess that's been fixed. All right. So lots of goodies there. Like I said, way too much of a comprehensive list to go through every aircraft. Obviously, that was quite long enough, and I appreciate you tuning into that. But worthwhile just making a note, particularly of those three aircraft in particular, and in particular the two carrier-based aircraft as well for the F-18 and the F-14B. Ooh, okay, well, I think that'll do. It was quite long enough, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. Obviously, I'm going to bring you more material from the SuperCarrier. We've had a huge patch today of lots of different things, and Eagle Dynamics has delivered. So I can't complain too much. I know that some people will have complaints, and there will be probably bugs and fixes. I've already talked about a couple. So, yeah, things to be excited about, boys and girls. It's a great time to be a sim pilot, and if you have yet to purchase the SuperCarrier and you are kicking it around, it's well worth it. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Looks really fun, and I love the new, wow, the LSO stuff is really, really good, hands down. Being able to hit yellow, call out those commands, like I said earlier, really just adds this level of immersion that I think just sets this game apart from anything else. We do have some competition coming up with Microsoft Simulator, of course, and I have some thoughts on that too as to, you know, there's a lot of third-party developers out there that are making aircraft for DCS, and I wonder how many are also doubling up for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Who knows? Food for thought. We'll leave it there, otherwise we're going to carry on for forever, and I could wax on, partly lyrical and partly just bumbling, rabbiting, partly alcohol-induced dribble. So we'll stop. Thanks for tuning in again, guys. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate all the feedback that I get, and of course all the likes and subscribes, which keeps the channel chugging along, as I always say. But I do appreciate it very, very much. Again, carry on flying, take care out there, enjoy the flying, give me your feedback on the SuperCarrier, and I will give you more videos of it. Stand by to stand by. Take care, guys. Prickly Hedgehog out.